Hey everybody, it's Chief with Mr. Insidious here. Before we get into the thick of things, we're gonna start this by saying that this is not a normal conspiracy theory podcast tonight.
Even though
Uh,
it's called one.
we're actually going to be talking about something that happened in November. Unfortunately, it happened on my wife's birthday. Um, that I just found out. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just now finding out a whole bunch of information on it because I haven't been following it. So I'll let Insidious go ahead and start things off.
Well, so far as an update on the Idaho campus murders that we know of laid, four teens killed and slain while they were sleeping. That was the newest one when they found out was while they were sleeping. What's interesting now is the knife that they have found to use was a K-bar. The thing is about the K-bar knife is a lot of people know that it's military. But just because it's military does not mean you cannot pick it up at any store, because I can pick it up right here at a knife shop in my hometown. But it is kind of a coincidence that a K-bar is brought up, and a lot of people have talked about, and I believe that was brought up last week. And you remember when I said it had to have been more than one person in the beginning of the week. And I go, but now it does make sense now that a K-bar is brought up, and that would make sense with one person that is military trained that could easily. No numbers isn't going to matter. But what is interesting is how one person stabbed four people to death, and not one person woke up, not one person heard a scream. That is what's interesting. And no one even recalls hearing a scream out of anyone that was near the house.
Um, I'm actually reading some information. I don't know if you've read this. Madison and Kaylee were actually witnessed on a Twitch feed um, near a food truck at 1:40 in the morning before they went home.
A food truck
Mm-hmm.
at 1:40.
And then they arrived at home at 1:56. And the other two apparently were at a fraternity house having a party. And didn't get home till 1:45.
So I'm just trying to wrap my head around all this, because I know we had a lot of discussions last week about it, and not last week. Well, I guess it is kind of last week now. It is Sunday, and this is also being a new week. And we had up to 7 people in this chat, and I'd like to get everyone else's ideas again, because kind of bounce off, because man, I'm telling you what, the more this thing keeps going, the more my brain races of leading towards either A, military trained, or B, there was multiple people. But what gets me even more is we can rule out rape, because obviously that didn't have anything to do with it. Which is weird, because most stabbing victims, or sorry, assailants that seek younger women like that, your first thought is rape. And I'm glad that didn't happen. But it is just kind of mind-boggling around the whole thing.
And the
And hi,
fact that they
for the viewers that just joined in, I'll get you up to speed real quick. We're talking about the Idaho murders, sorry. And now they're saying K-bar is used. Well, anyone who knows what K-bar is, it's a Marine K-bar or military K-bar knife.
aka the Rambo knife.
Yeah. So there, many people are jumping to the conclusions, and if the three people that are here was here last week with us when we were talking about this, um, my first initial reaction was there had to be more than one person to take on four people. But now the clippings have come out now to where they were sleeping. All four were sleeping. So I'm trying to wrap my brain around all this as the K-bar knife was the guy military trained. And that's how he did this without making a sound, out them making a sound. And most military trained people know to go for the diaphragm first because that's going to take away their ability to scream. Or the jugular cut. Just a small incision. Not enough to kill him, but enough to keep him from screaming. Like I said, there's a whole bunch of ways there. I don't know the details of how they were stabbed to know for sure, but I don't want to go out and say, there's you go. I just don't want to go out and say, PTSD military guy did this. I just don't.
So the article I'm looking at was published at 12:40 this afternoon, and apparently there was a handprint on a window. In the house, and then apparently there was a no network detected screen on a television in one of the rooms. In the kitchen, there was a bag of red Solo cups and unwashed dishes. They've called in multiple people to try to help solve this. And it does need to be solved. My heart's sinking because of how gruesome this is. Nobody's life should be taken, especially at that age.
Well, sissy. Well, the thing I'm confused most is the overkill, the overkilling of it. Why? It doesn't make sense. They didn't do anything to hurt anybody. Multiple serial killers in Iowa, but not many of them use a K-bar. That's the thing. You add a K-bar in there, you're looking at either a guy that's military trained or a hunter. That's what you're looking for. Those are the two things K-bars are used for. They're not used for fishing because they can't fillet. But a K-bar will definitely gut a deer. And if you switch it around, it's got the bone crusher on the other side of it. It'd be perfect for cutting deer. It's perfect for a lot of things. But like I said, you're either A, when you mention K-bar, there's only two people that carry K-bars.
So according to this, the girls that were murdered lived in the building with two other students. The gentleman, that was Ethan, was staying the night. He did not live there.
I've heard of that name, A Russian, but I just coming down with the K-bar is what I'm at. That's a hunter or a military trained guy. It's not somebody that's going to carry this all the time, unless you're also a prepper or someone that believes highly in self-defense. My point: do you hunt, A Russian? Just a question. Exactly, because it's cool. But I also carry one when I'm camping as for protection. Because let's face it, if you want to hurt somebody, you want something sturdy by your side. But
They have yet to find the weapon. Multiple reports I've been reading. Police have went into pawn shops trying to find maybe if they've sold the murder weapon to somebody, and so far no luck.
well, A Russian, like I was saying, I think it was before you got here. The thing with the K-bar is if it's military trained, you can get them right in the sternum. It won't kill them, but it'll eliminate the ability to scream. And with the K-bar, if you switch it just right, you can actually cut the apple without making a deep cut, but enough to allow them not to scream, enough to where it wouldn't kill them.
Okay. I'm looking at a picture of the crime scene on the outside of the house, and it looks like there's a wooded tree area behind. That'd be the perfect way for them to come in and not be noticed.
That's what they were saying. He went in through the back.
He had to have. He or she.
Well, I think we can eliminate a woman at this point. No, Mountain Dew is not advertising this broadcast, just saying.
It's heartbreaking to read stuff like this and to hear about this stuff. It gets to me every time.
I want to look at something real quick.
And where is it? Hugo, when did you order your pizza? Because I guarantee I probably wasn't there.
You know, this is interesting.
Before I say what I was going to say, what's up?
How they're already taking cars away that belong to the teens. Why so fast?
Yeah, you figured they'd have to look through them and everything for weapons and stuff.
What better way to hide a better way to hide a weapon than in plain sight? Large thin crust, extra pepperoni.
Yeah, saw it go out. I didn't touch any orders today except for a 24 pizza order. That's the only order I touched. And in all fairness, I warned you that it was going to be late if you ordered today, last night.
5 cars towed away from the crime scene, but only 4 belong to the 4 victims.
Okay, I'm thinking. So the 3 girls and 2 other people lived in the house. The guy was staying the night with his girlfriend. Kind of makes me wonder if one of the 3 girls that got killed had a stalker and took out the guy first. So if he tried to help the girls, he wouldn't be an issue.
Actually, right now they're saying the guy was killed first.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If any of the one of the three girls had a stalker, then they would kill the guy first. That way, he wouldn't be able to help save the girls. What?
All right, now I agree with this. Who is the odd one out? Four friends staying. Yeah, I was wondering about that. I'm wondering about a lot of things because right now they're also saying the odd man out. Now I'm also trying to figure. You have four girls, one guy stays. Did the other two girls not have boyfriends? I just don't get it. And then you have five cars towed away, but only four victims. So I'm trying to wrap into all this on where's the fifth car? Who does that belong to? So I'm trying to. I'm going to see if I can figure that out right now.
The fifth car probably belongs to one of the other people that live there. They probably left with a friend.
Well, they towed it.
Then I don't know.
Five cars towed away, and one of them happened to be a Jeep Wrangler. So, well, it could have been a burglary gone bad.
Makes you wonder.
And yeah, I agree. Well, to add into G Fuel, the thing is they were teens, so they could be using it as a game fuel, which is what G Fuel is. But what I was trying to figure out, Ralph, you make a similar one. Yeah, I was wondering that too, Sigmund. The other thing I just recently found out was, like we said, the K bar thing is what's really throwing me up because
Mm-hmm.
when you mention K bar, you think of hunters and military personnel. You don't think anything else when it comes to K bar, or
Mm-mm.
unless self defense. But you don't think a random killer is going to go, hey, I'm going to use a K bar today to go slaying four people. Teens, hey, Russian, come on. Right there, I was thinking the same thing as he said.
I'm thinking one of the girls was being stalked, or maybe the guy had, or maybe
I'm
the,
agreeing.
or
I'm
maybe the
agreeing.
guy was being stalked, and that's why he was killed first, and they killed the other women to cover it up. Anything's possible.
Well, see, Hugh, a Russian, I was actually going to bring that up. The thing with K bars is it doesn't really have to be sharp. A dull K bar is actually worse than a sharp K bar. But when the police are saying K bar out the gate and you instantly hear the word K bar, you're instantly thinking, like I said, hunter, military trained. You wouldn't necessarily say that, hey, I'm going to go and purchase a K bar. And if you did, you'd use it for protection like I would. Because, like I said, it's sturdy, it's going to be reliable, it's quick hit. It's a done deal. But you wouldn't see it hardly ever used in a slaying like this. But when you have police that have already seen the autopsy reports that apparently we haven't seen and probably won't ever see for at least a year or two before they're actually made public. And I agree, we are seeking the truth.
Okay, so apparently, according to this one, the father of one of the victims said that his daughter and one of the other girls were in the same bed when they were found.
Yeah. Not necessarily, a Russian. If you wanted to make them pay and suffer for whatever reason, why go for the good spots when you can take your time? Hit the non-lethal spots, make them suffer, beg. Yeah, another guy said the same thing about the G Fuel. And the thing is about G Fuel, it's like game fuel. And you can ask a lot of people. I drink a lot of Monster. Counter-Strike, yeah, I've heard that one. I've been trying to follow this, and so far I'm see, that's the thing. A Russian Chief, read what he just says here. In every report we're seeing, they were all killed while they were sleeping.
So yeah, I don't know. 7 hour ago, Iowa College murderers authorities say they
I'm
have
going to
received
go in with
1,000
this.
tips.
I am going to look into this, Chief, while you're talking. I'm going to look into counter-strikes real quick.
Okay, I'm still looking up the G Fuel thing. I haven't found it yet.
Just type in Idaho murders G Fuel. It'll
That's
pop
what I'm
up.
doing. See, right here. That's what I'm saying. They found a handprint. Right?
All right, so I see what you're saying now. I do see now that they did say 11/19.
Yeah. I think G Fuel might want to change their name after this.
All right. Now this just got a whole lot better. Hey guys, if you guys are all still here, check this out. This was November. No, this was 8 days ago. Idaho governor also directs up to $1 million in state emergency funds for investigation after 4 students killed. That's a coincidence. $1 million in state emergency money. It's a lot of money for that, man. I don't know much about anybody else, but we've seen A lot
Okay,
of
okay.
years.
Hold up.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. What he just said.
Hmm.
What does the governor know?
Well, hold on a second.
Exactly.
I'm reading that the two other roommates that were in the house were asleep on the first floor. Did not get touched.
Like to see him try. Genocide. I know what you're going with, A-Rush, and I know it. So it says here to date, 113 pieces of physical evidence have been collected and sent to the Idaho State Police Crime Lab for processing analysis. The statement also said, aiding that the Idaho Governor Brad Little has directed up to $1 million in state emergency fundings for the investigation. But what it doesn't say is what does it go to? It just says to go to the investigation. I've never heard of any other state doing that before. And it's kind of weird. And to answer your question, A-Rush there, it says here they are looking at a K-bar. That's how the K-bar knife got brought up, and this was by the police. They said they are searching for a K-bar. So when they did the autopsy, they must have found something there that linked them to the K-bar. Actually, I was going to go with a ski mask or something like that. Probably someone that was pretty close to playing Call of Duty. And just, that's what it was right there. It was a guy running around with a fucking knife. That explains it all. One of them knifers became a reality. Look into the tulips. Interesting. All right, let's get into that one. Fellas, the chief, please. Look into the tulips.
Just because I was born in Dunge Country, Iowa, doesn't mean I'm looking into those darn tulips.
I'm surprised you're still awake after today at work, Paul.
Me and you both.
According to this, it says 6 people may have lived in the house.
The sixth person wasn't there. They don't believe.
The 5th or the 6th.
No, the 5th person lived downstairs, had a girlfriend or boyfriend over.
3 weren't there.
Yeah. 2 of them were down sleeping on the first floor that they weren't touched when they were sleeping. The 6th one they don't believe was around the house at the time of the murders.
Yes, very. But
I still say that somebody had a stalker.
Hey, Rush, I'm going to answer to you right now, bro. They may have been involved, but who said they weren't the ones that were targeted? They just hit the wrong ones. That could be true. They hit the wrong 3.
That's what I'm thinking. It's a possibility.
Yep, that's what Hugo just said. That's a possibility. And I'm wondering that. And you're right. I was bad about that.
So honestly, I think the police out there in Idaho need to put the other three in witness protection or something until they catch this sucker.
Why?
Otherwise,
Bait
they
'em.
could have three dead more people on their hands.
Bait them. Put a
Yeah,
cop on the inside.
yeah, that could happen.
I would. I'd bait them. I'd make a sting out of it.
Either way, I hope they catch the person.
I do too.
And I hate talking about stuff like this.
It's just, like I said, it makes you question humanity at times. I don't know why Michael don't agree with that statement, but to me it does.
What?
Makes me question humanity.
Yeah.
It really does. Like, I don't know.
Hmm.
Now there's another one. Hey Chief, you want to respond to that one?
Yeah, I'm not responding to that one.
This Brazilian lead case is very interesting. All right, I'll check into that one.
I'm just going to answer that with either dead or retired.
Well, I'm really doing a lot of thinking here, and it makes my head hurt because my head is not something to be messed with. It does make my head hurt. But like literally, what if they were the wrong ones? What if they were targeted by the wrong one?
That's what I'm saying.
They hit the wrong three people. And the fourth one was just collateral damage. Or maybe it was a warning to the other three. Shut the fuck up.
I don't know. I'm still saying I think someone had a stalker.
Could be a stalker. Oh.
I don't think this is a murder suicide because they would have said something along that line by now. I would assume.
Don't get me started on that one.
I know where you're going. We're not going there.
Hey, you're here and I'm here. And Michael's not. Think they were trying to destroy the building. I don't think so because they would have found stuff unless they haven't found the perp's body, but someone should have reported a person missing then.
Yeah, there is a lot of factors, and I don't think they were trying to destroy the building.
I
don't think this is kind of like what happened out in Los Angeles 5, 6, 7 years ago, where a guy from another country lit a abandoned building on fire and killed 5 people from our hometown. But here in Iowa, so I don't think it's that type of situation. It's either a they or it's one person who has some type of background that could be stealthy like.
well, the thing is,
And I'll go ahead and say it. I play a lot of Call of Duty, but you don't see me out there trying to kill somebody.
yeah, I know the feeling. So if he went in the back, like they said, that's a sliding glass door. Glass ain't broke. No signs of a Jimmy. They not lock it?
Either they didn't lock it, or the person that they don't think was there's the one doing it. And I'm ignoring that comment for a reason.
I'm just really trying to understand it on. The thing I'm trying to keep straight on this, Ralph, is the fact one guy killed 4 people with a K-bar. And I've said this before, Chief. A Marine only needs what? His K-bar. But I don't want to go there because they're not saying. I don't know exactly how they were murdered to actually say. I don't think they actually go into details of it. They just say there was a lot of blood. But without knowing the exact how they were stabbed or how it was penetrated, it's hard saying if it was military trained or not. But one guy to take on 4 people had to have some kind of training. It's pretty heavy.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to go with if sloppy, then I'd be looking for a hunter.
Yeah, it's either a hunter or military. And I hate saying that it's a military personnel.
But if I'm a cop and if I'm doing an investigation, my first thought would be I'm looking for a hunter. I'm going to say what I keep looking at, the autopsy are the ones that said they were looking for a K-bar. Gamer with prior, well, that could be terrorist paramilitary cop experience.
I don't smoke.
Vape juice, yeah, it's better for you.
Yeah, you're right. Not smoking is better for you. Drinking whiskey's better than smoking.
Well, if Americans are under attack, flag behind me stands purpose. Come try. I'm open. Want me to give them my address? They won't make it. And I'll tell you why. Because if they don't get past me, they have 2 dogs to deal with, and one being a German Shepherd. So they get past him.
And one crazy ass wife.
Don't count the wife. They just better worry about this guy with a gun in his hand. That's all they got to worry about.
And that's why there's a baseball bat by my front door.
I'm going to answer this one here. What are the thinkings about K-bar techniques? Is it martial law or martial law? The thing is with K-bar techniques is military trained with K-bar is multiple uses. Now, as a Marine, they are trained to use it as a saw, a bone crusher, and a knife. So it all depends on all of it. Clay would avenge you in a heartbeat.
Facts.
I don't know what he's talking about there. But also, Army is trained differently with K-bar. Also, the best thing to do if you want to know about military K-bar techniques is look it up on YouTube. They have clips and videos on there of military training with K-bars, and that's how I've learned a little bit about it. And in ROTC, they taught us a little bit on what to use.
Oh yeah.
So
We both Sidious, myself, and Ghost were all in junior ROTC in high school, so we have a little bit of military training.
And it, like I said, the back part's used as a saw as well as a bone saw, bone crusher. It has multiple uses in it.
Ghost is former Air Force.
All right, I'm going to answer this guy right here. Do you think you'd be able to disarm someone with a K-bar in a defense situation as a Marine? A Marine, yes. Instance. They are trained on how to disarm a knife. They are definitely trained how to disarm a knife. But they also are trained on how not to give up that knife. And that's what I'm saying about the background of the murderer is that's why I was kind of interested to know the slashings, the drive marks, and I was hoping to get some of the autopsy stuff on there so we could learn a little more. Ralph, me and Chief here, we didn't actually serve. We were TC in high school, but Ghost did serve in the Air Force, and he is a veteran. All right. Now, Marine or a cop? Now, believe
hold on.
Believe it or not, Ralph.
Before you answer that,
most cops are actual former military.
Yeah, but before you answer that, this segment, a lot of people are going to get mad. Go ahead.
What, Marine versus cop?
Yep, answer it.
I did. Most cops are actually former military. Look at Officer Batterson here. I think he served. I think he was Army. He said, "Don't worry, I'm no snowflake." Fair enough. Hugo, you got that one spot on, depending what type of cop and Marine.
It's pretty sad that this investigation is also on Britain News over in the UK. Because I'm reading an article printed over in the United Kingdom on it.
Well, the thing is, this story
is going everywhere.
And there's a reason behind it. And if I can give you one thing in life. Well,
4 hours ago, they've received over 5,000 tips.
Okay, you caught my interest. I'm going to ask how. Well, the reason I was going to say to cover up would be the fact that hide the fact that it was a Marine or military is what I was going to say. They do, but without having the significant background of the actual autopsy reports to know the slashings or stuff like that. I can sit here and guess all day, but without actually knowing how the stabbings were, we wouldn't really know if it was military or sloppiness. If it was sloppy with a K-bar, I'd look for a hunter. That's what
The
yeah.
original report said that it was a target attack, and then they backpedaled and said they don't know if it was a targeted attack.
That's what I'm saying. I don't believe it was.
I'm thinking it was.
Well, if that was the case, if it was a poor police officer, for an example, let's say you're right about that. Fair enough, A-Rush. Hugo, you got me there. But I was going to answer this question here real quick. Let's say, for instance, you're right, but why kill 4 innocent teens? Like, what would the cops have to do with that? Unless a cop's daughter or a cop's niece or something related to a cop. It wouldn't be much sense for that to happen. Well, everyone knows a Marine
Well,
can
shit.
outbeat a cop.
I'm just getting bad news left and right.
Fair enough. Amen. I agree. Nothing can get past these demons anymore.
So I was reading an article that TMZ posted about this.
Yeah.
And that's what told me about them saying that it was a targeted attack. But then I caught another article that just has me shook. Have you ever heard of NFL player Brad Hinkey?
No.
He appeared in the Netflix series Orange is the New Black as a guard. He died on this past week.
I don't know who he is, so you have
San Francisco, not 49er, and Denver Bronco. Oh, no, he was a Denver Bronco.
All right, so.
Damn, that sucks.
All right, I'm going to take a look here.
Moscow, Idaho Chief Police dismisses quadruple murder turning into cold case. We will solve this.
Yeah, after they put it into a cold case. But when you do that when you put something into a cold case, that means it's an ongoing investigation, and we might have to come back to it. That's a short term for.
We don't want to investigate no more
at the moment. So
I think they need to hire us, and we can fly out there, and we could probably find the killer in a week.
Let me bring the German Shepherd.
And that's what I was getting at. And we know our attention to detail. Sounds like they need to get a metal detector and go out there in the trees behind the house. There was another stabbing in October in Idaho. A son killed his mom.
You know, trying to word this properly.
This has me all shorts as shuck. Oh, the FBI have joined in on the case. Okay. Father of Idaho murder victim demands justice as students died from a brutal weapon.
Now we're getting somewhere. Now this is interesting. I never read this one before, Chief. Listen to this. The stabbing occurred the same day 3 University of Virginia football players were shot on board a charter bus Sunday night.
The fuck?
Yeah. That's quite a coincidence.
Connected?
I'm thinking so. Both college. Okay, but they got him though. They said he was an actual University of Virginia student. They charged him with 3 counts of second-degree murder, 3 counts of using a handgun in commission of a felony, and 2 counts of malicious wanding.
Wait. Investigators said that they've received reports that dead animals were found on the property, but determined that to be caused of wildlife activity and not related to the murders. Police have acknowledged reports that one of the victims had a stalker, but have not identified the person or been able to substantiate the claims. They have also squashed speculation that the murders are linked to a 1999 stabbing incident in Pullman, Washington.
Does anybody else think it's funny that the town is named after Russia?
Yeah, I thought that was weird at first.
I'm not seeing anything about them saying how. This says they were stabbed to death, but it's not saying how.
So, according to what I just read, the 5 vehicles that you had already mentioned were removed from the property, taken into an impound lot so they can be searched.
Okay, now that would make sense. But why couldn't they just search them there? Why was it too cold?
No, they probably want to take the suckers apart completely.
But for what?
In this day and age, they'll find a reason.
Under what cause? They wouldn't have any.
It's part of for the warrant for the house that they had the cars on it.
Hell, for all we know, it was one of the other 3 that initially lived in the house.
Hmm. I don't know. This just has me shook, and I hope to God they find whoever did this.
Hey, wait a minute. He just brought up something here. Oh, now that is all right. You have got my interest, my friend. I am all over this.
Oh, you're watching on YouTube.
No.
No, the guy that commented.
Yeah.
Any idea which YouTube channel?
I don't know. Ask. Okay. Okay, Ralph. Now you got my interest here, my friend. But the point I want to make on this, though, this guy killed 4 people with a knife. Okay? And yet we have a guy who had an AK-47 at a Walmart and kills four people. How many rounds were wasted to only hit 4? This guy kills 4 with a knife. You can take away a gun. You can take away every gun you got. But they will still find a way to turn a hammer into a weapon, a drill into a weapon, a knife, even a damn stick. Alex Jones brings it on himself, bud.
By the way, they're talking underneath yours.
All right. Alex Jones laid it a lot on himself. Okay, I might be a little bit of a conspiracy theorist, and they might go out there a little bit. The one thing I won't do is try to say Sandy Hook was a setup. That killed him and cost him a lot of fucking money. He got sued out the ass for that by the parents.
Also, my wife's birthday. Unfortunately.
Because deep down, that's all we are conspiracy theorists. I mean, said happy birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Happy birthday, wife.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, if you go and you look at everything, anything can be a conspiracy. To the fact of, did Hitler really kill himself? We don't know. We weren't alive in World War II. We didn't see the body. Actually, you know what? I bet you could Google it and you won't even find a picture of his body laying there dead.
Probably not.
But yet, we got pictures of Abraham Lincoln laying on a bed and in a casket. Just throwing that out there. History ain't always correct. They believe, they feed us with what they want us to believe.
Yep.
Put that shit on my tombstone. Yeah, right there, brother. Now, if you want to hear something funny, I don't know if any of you boys are from the South at all, but over the summer I met a guy from North Carolina He was an African guy, coolest
We'll
guy.
see.
I was going to go back and interview this guy, and I really wished I would have because he's the one that sold me this flag behind me. Yes, this one here. He also had many Confederate flags. Many. And he was selling. He was also a Trump supporter. So this should tell you a lot of things. Now, only reason why I'm bringing this up is because here in the North, they tell us that this flag is racist. This flag is everything. That Confederate flag is pure evil. The KKK used it. It's for white supremacy. But in the South, they are taught differently in their schools, in their history books. It is taught way, way differently than what we are taught. So, me and him came to the conclusion that the North and South Civil War was never really meant to go away. It was just meant to keep us divided. And I don't know how many of you watch TikTok and look at all the Africans on there that are flying it, and you have other Africans from all over the North, from California and everything, commenting and telling them they need to go back and learn their history. And then you hear the South people that are in that video telling them to relearn their history. There's the reason for that, because our history and their history are two different fucking things. The North is ass backwards again, rid of slavery. Well, that's the thing. The North wanted to keep it. The South was the one that wanted to get rid of it. That's the difference. Hey, he's from France, Chief.
Yeah, no, I saw it.
Hello, from the United States. And they are good people. They are. They really are. And Chief left me, but okay. But y'all don't want me to get in that without getting a little tipsy. All right, I'm going to read this real quick from this guy here. Let's get something clear here. Sandy Hook definitely has something worth looking into, but Alex Jones was, in my opinion, maybe going in the wrong direction. Lawsuits confirms this. Alex Jones went in as far as trying to say that they were all paid actors, and that's where that came in. He tried to say that every person was interviewed was fake. The parents were paid actors. When you do something like that, you are bound to get lawsuits.
Mm-hmm.
If he would have retracted some of that and probably said that maybe some of them were actors and not all of them, he probably could have escaped with maybe a little bit. But in that lawsuit, if he would have pled the First Amendment, which is the right of free speech, which is okay for him to make his own interpretation, he possibly could have won that too. Yeah, he really is. I also just read today that he filed bankruptcy in Texas for $1 million, even though he's owes like billions of dollars. Yeah, my dude. He's right. Mr. Woke himself, Kanye West. The US in general is I'd like to say we're not as free as we think we are. I don't know if Chief will agree with me on this. If we were free, why do we have so many laws telling us what we can and can't do?
Right.
For instance, I'm going to bring this up. Ireland has a rule that you cannot yeah, fair enough. But Ireland has it in there that oh fuck. Back to what I was saying, this guy cracked me up. The French troops just had me shake my head. Okay, back to what I was saying here. Ireland has a law where you cannot conserve more than 8 bottles in an 8-hour period. And I'm talking about alcohol. So when I see this, I'm like, damn, I can't even have an ounce of alcohol on me, or my ass is fired. But these motherfuckers can drink on the job. They got us beat, bro. And you know what's sad? What happens when the fucker comes in drunk? Now, Bob, I told you you couldn't drink that heavy no more. You need to go home. I'll see your ass tomorrow. I'm sitting here going, I want a boss like that. Now, damn it, you're too damn drunk to work. You're going to cut your fucking arm off. Go the fuck home.
Right.
Or, Chief, you can't make pizzas a day. You'll throw your ass in the oven. You need to go the fuck home. We'll see you tomorrow. Sometimes the whiners need to know they're drinking straight whiskey, bro. Ah, you're a truck driver. Okay. I work in a factory, so my thing would be I'd probably lock myself in the chiller where it cools down to 26 to 19 degrees.
You would.
It's against the law to suicide. Cop arrest dead man for refusing to sign trespassing ticket. That's fun. But he's probably right. That is they frown on that. Oh, a little bit. Ralph, for real? Oh man. It is good though. I mean, this is definitely good conversations that we are having. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you're on Facebook, like my page, like Chief's page. If you're on Twitch, hit the like button. If we don't drive trucks, we have different machines. Not in France. Well, you know what the French stands for, don't you? I surrender. I'm buying it. Oh man. I had to pick some fun there. A buddy of mine was telling me that. He goes, you know what's good about French, don't you? And I'm like, no, not really. And he goes, just point a gun at them. They go, I surrender. Oh man. Yeah, I don't have my link tree yet. I need to set that up.
I already did.
Okay. That works too.
And this link tree that's across the screen, if you go to it, you'll be able to find
Actually, no.
anything Highway 34, anything Instantaneous Streaming, anything Chief Streaming.
You read that. Actually, you're not so useless because your voice is heard. They watch YouTube algorithms. Your comment right now is probably being looked. So that is a good thing. Is the more people that comment outside the US on stuff like this, it shows that other people do watch what goes on. And,
yeah.
And it is a good thing. Because they don't really just listen to us. They look at everybody that gets involved. And it is a good thing. And Hugo, did you leave? I haven't seen
Pro-
you comment in a while.
Probably. He's probably too busy video gaming on Call of Duty.
Or he went to go to the bathroom to whack his pecker.
Or he had to get off his phone because of his brother going to bed.
Ah.
It is 1:23 in the morning.
It is that late already?
Yeah.
All right, guys. I think we're going to wrap it up here. We're doing rants tomorrow, correct?
Yes.
I'm socialist. Don't get me started. So tune in tomorrow for rants. I'm pretty sure we will have a lot to talk about with rants. Thanks, Ralph. Yeah, tomorrow we're going to be doing rants. I don't know what all we're going to be ranting about, but who knows? Maybe we'll get into some France on there.
Because we were supposed to do rants tonight, but Ghost is MIA and you wanted to talk about this.
Yeah, I felt kind of bad. We had a lot of cutouts on Tuesday when I tried to do this. I'll get a seatbelt and buckle up. Yeah, you might want to because when it comes to that, normally me and Ghost kind of go head to head at certain things. And
Oh, the rants? Oh, yeah.
it gets kind of funny. I have a lot of fun with it, especially when we start getting political. And I hate politicalness. I really do. It's not something I like to talk about very much.
Same.
Because it can start a fight real quick, and it does make good entertainment though at times. But I'll debate with anybody. But if I'm wrong, I'll be the first to tell you.
That's why would you and him going at it and I do this?
Depends, because there's times you do like getting involved though.
Most of the time
if
I'm
I'm right.
laughing.
Well, if I'm right, you actually tell. I'm going with him on this one. Go. Sorry about your luck. I don't know if we'll use a lot, but if any of you guys that are in here right now would ever like to be in one of our podcasts, let us know. We'll be more than glad to hit you up. I hate being politically correct. I'm just correct.
Facts.
I'm politically incorrect. If the opportunity to raise this.
So,
All right.
I gotta ask, do you have your Christmas tree up yet?
No.
Say it's after Thanksgiving, so I don't have to rant about it.
No, my remember, I have a German Shepherd puppy.
I have 3 cats and mine's still up.
He will eat it.
So would they. I have to spray them from time to time.
I work nights in case he's never home. He will eat it.
Oh yeah, I might be going back to all days here soon too.
But he ain't really a puppy anymore. He's like 6 months old, and he's at 60 pounds right now, 60 or 70 pounds. So he ain't exactly a little puppy anymore. And he doesn't max growth until 2. Yeah. So, like I said, they want to try and come in my house. I pity a fool. Because if they don't get past the dog, the 2 dogs, they got to get with the big dog. And I hate to say it, it'll be bang, bang, bang.
Wait, little wrestling pun. I didn't know Roman Reigns was at your house.
He ain't. In this house, I'm the big dog. No offense to Brock, he's still a puppy.
Ruff, ruff.
Huh?
Ruff, ruff.
No, you got to admit, the size of Brock, Roman ain't the big dog. He's a little puppy. Yep, the dog. Even with the bullet holes, it was the dog.
All right, you ready?
Yeah. All right, guys, we're gonna end it now. Be sure to catch us back tomorrow. I don't know what time are we doing it.
You work tomorrow?
Nope.
I'll be at my in-laws till about 4, so I'll say 5 o'clock.
Ghost 6.
Right.
You
I'm gonna
already
call
know.
him soon as I hit in, and you and I disperse. I'm calling him, telling him 5 o'clock, be there.
And then he's going to tell you at the end of it, 6, right at 5.
Or I'm gonna
That's
tell him the entire rant tomorrow will be about punctuality of the ghost.
it. We say 5. He says 5:30, and what he means is 6 because I'm still not home yet. 6 o'clock. So just be around 5, 5:30, 6 o'clock. We will be back with rants. Anyways, have a
If
good
you guys
morning.
have Instagram, go follow
All of us.
over there. We'll post when we're getting ready to go live most of the time.
I'm Insidious Streaming. I also post on TikTok. You can find me on there also, Insidious Streaming on TikTok. I'm also on Snap, Instagram, all under Insidious_streaming. You can find me in all those. And including Facebook page, Insidious_streaming. On there and my Twitch, I also have merchandise. If you guys are interested, you can go on there and check that out. And I think Chief also has merchandise on his also. For his Highway 34 connection. But anyways, y'all have a good morning. Have a good rest of your day. And we're out.
This is The Ghost, and thank you for watching our podcast.
I am Insidious. Thanks for watching this podcast.
And I am the Chief. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great night.